Abdurrahim, what's one trait that every tech founder needs to become successful?
That's a good question. That's an amazing question, actually. And honestly, it's very, very difficult to put that into one trait. It's very difficult. But if I had no choice and I had to pick one, I will say it's having the belief that it's possible. So that's the thing, right? And that's interesting because I actually believe that applies to building technology, but it applies to every single thing in life. If you just believe it's possible, you're halfway there. Imagine Elon Musk didn't believe that it's possible to send rockets to Mars. You think SpaceX will exist? Imagine that someone didn't believe it was possible to get on an airplane and fly to another destination. Imagine no one believed that was possible. Would anyone have taken action on that? Will we have airplanes today? SubhanAllah, you know what's interesting about this actually now that I'm thinking about it? Think about when the Isra wal Mi'raj happened, when the Prophet ﷺ was taken to the heavens in one night. But before that, look at the Quraysh. Their doubt was first, wait, you went to Jerusalem, overnight came back? They didn't think about what was more powerful. It was harder than that, which is to take him into the heavens, through the seven heavens. But to them, it was like, it's not possible for anyone to go from Mecca to Jerusalem in one night and come back. SubhanAllah. That's over 1,400 years ago. What about now? Now that we know what we know. If someone told us, yeah, I went from Mecca to Jerusalem last night and came back, what would you say to them? In fact, nowadays, if today Donald Trump, the president of America, said he went overnight from Washington, D.C. to Tokyo on the other side of the world and came back, would anyone have doubts? No, of course you wouldn't, because you have supersonic jets. You have technology that is capable to do these kind of things. It had to start with the belief. So I genuinely believe that every tech founder has to first and foremost believe that if you can think it, I'm talking about thoroughly, you believe that it's possible, you're halfway there. Now all that is left is for you to take action. That's it. And you don't have to see the result before you believe in it. You don't have to. You just have to believe that it's possible. That's it. That's all it takes. If I would add one more thing to that, the next thing I will say, having resilience. There's a level of discipline that's required for to have that kind of resilience that is going to take you from failure to failure to failure to failure to failure to failure to eventually success. Because guess what? As an entrepreneur, all you need is one thing to work out. That's it. You just need one success. The one who invented the light bulb, I believe Thomas Edison, was credited with that. He failed 10,000 times before it worked once. But he didn't see his 10,000 failures as a failure. He said, I just learned 10,000 ways that don't work. And it worked one time. And now you can see all around you. The world has changed forever. All it takes is for you to be resilient, for you to believe and be resilient, committed, and keep going and going and going and going. Imagine someone trying something 10,000 times. Most of us will never even try a second time. And that's the difference between the doers and the ones that don't. I just recently heard someone say, the one who believe it's possible and they can get it done, and the one who believe it's not possible, they cannot get it done, they're both right. They're both right. Because the one who believes it's not possible, they cannot do it, this one's already failed. And he was right, he's not, because he's not the one for it. But the one who believes it's possible and they can do it, they are also right. Because if they keep at it long enough, hard enough, commit to enough, stay resilient enough, they're going to be able to get it done. So that's what I was saying. That applies again. I genuinely believe this is not just for tech startups. This is for entrepreneurship as a whole. This is just life, man. This is just life. So take that as a life lesson at the very least. But again, Muslims must become builders. We must become creators. We cannot just be consumers. We don't need to just be consuming and consuming and consuming and consuming. Because every time we consume, we're making someone else richer and richer and richer. Let that be you. Let that be another Muslim. But how can we consume Muslim products and services but Muslims are not building products and services? It's not possible.